Alright, hey everyone. I'm going to show you guys how to do the basic setup for the app.js file in GitHub. I'm going to show you how to basically set up your environment and get everything prepped. I will not be explaining the code in this video, but rather the setup. I'm going to be following this notepad tutorial that I'm going to post probably in the description of this video and in the Google Docs so you guys can all see and follow along. I'm doing this on a Windows 10 operating system, so if you're running a Mac or something else, the instructions might slightly differ, but you can probably Google the equivalent commands. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. And here we go. So I downloaded GitHub Desktop on my PC, and I'm going to do this Open in Visual Studio Code option after I cloned the repository. So you can also do Open in Visual Studio command here if this thing doesn't pop up here, but I'll just click the button here. So Open in Visual Studio Code. And you'll see this app.js pop up, so I'm going to click that. Alright, so if you see this pop up, that's really good. If you didn't, you probably need to go fix that. You got some Google searches ahead of you, it looks like. Anyway, so you've got that set up, and you've managed to successfully get the code up, and you're happy that's up. Now it's next is to install NodeJS. So you're going to go Google and you're going to do download Node.js. Go here. And then download the equivalent one for your operating system. I use this one for Windows. I have a 64-bit system, so I use that. And then once that's installed fully, I just went out through all the default options. I didn't do anything special. Then you're going to want to restart your PC so everything goes well. If you try to run GitHub from here and you get npm init fails, then you know you have to restart. So just want to put that as a disclaimer if you are not restarting. But assuming you did restart, we're going to go from here. So you're going to once again open GitHub, click you're going to click Open in Visual Studio Code. So I would do branch, Open in Visual Studio Code. Sorry, repository, Open in Visual Studio Code. And then this would pop up. And now I'd be ready for the next step. So we're now on step 6. So I'm going to go to, so it says go to terminal and type in mkdir program 2. So I'm going to say new terminal since it didn't pop up here. And I'll see as terminal pop up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in mkdir. I'm going to call this program 3 since this is the third time I had to do this. Alright, and you see should this pop up, and that's good. So next thing's next. I'm going to do ignore step 6.5. That one is a iffy step. So you're going to do npm init. And what that does is npm stands for Node Package Manager, and the init means initialize. So essentially, this is going to initialize this whole entire area of the code for you. And what you're going to do first is the package name is sailprint, so we're going to keep that the same. The version, we're going to keep that the same. The description, the same. The entry point. The entry point is app.js. I want to keep that the same, so I'm going to click enter. If you want to change it, you can obviously enter something there, but I wouldn't recommend it for now. Test command, not going to deal with it. Git repository, oh, that's handy. It automatically linked. Keywords, not going to deal with it. Author, you can put your name and everyone's name if you like, but you don't have to. License, you don't got none of those. Is this okay? Yeah, it is. Alright, so now you've successfully initialized your app. Now, it's time to install everything. So let's do npm I express. So what that means, you're asking Node Package Manager to install Express. The I is short for install. If you'd like to write out install, be my guest. I'll show that works right here. I'm going to install Joy. You'll see these things pop up. You can ignore them unless you don't want to. Be my guest. And I'm basically going to go through every single place where you see require. I'm going to download that. So I'm going to do npm install papaparse, which I find the name really funny. Alright, so we got papaparse. Next thing's up. We got I hate these pop-ups. You should have saw the ones I got before this. They were hilarious and how horrible they were. Anyway, so after that, you've now got all your dependencies you need to run these guys. Next thing's next, we need to get our oscars.csv file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on Canvas. I'm going to go under modules, and then I'm going to go to project oriented materials, and I'm going to click oscarswinner.csv, and I'm going to download it by clicking this link. Okay, so once I've done that, you're going to do File, Open File. You're going to go to your downloads. Then you're going to do oscarswinner.csv. You're going to click Open, and you're going to see it pop up over here. So I'm going to do a quick file save. Alright, that's good. We like that. We're going to do a file save over here, just to be certain. And yep. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're going to create that fun test.csv file that I mentioned here. So we're going to go over here and we're going to click New File, and I'm going to call this test3.csv. You can call it test.csv. I'm calling it test3 because this is the third time I've had to do this. And I'm going to copy the first first three rows. I'm going to paste them here, and I'm just going to modify the second row just for making testing easier later. And once you've got this with your header category with all the names of the categories and at least one or two rows, you're going to real quick pull a save. Okay, now you got everything saved. You can see all your editors open right here. app.js, oscars.csv, test.csv. That means you've got all of them ready. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. You've saved everything, and you pray to the gods of coding that this next command works. And I hope so it does too, because this is the third time I've done this. But, so you're going to write node, and the entry point was app, right? Because if we scroll back here, we see our entry point is app.js. You can just write node app, and it failed again. What a surprise. No such directory. Oh, hey, that's a new one. Oh, yes. If you change the names to of your test file, make sure you change it here. So I have to add a 3 here, and I'm happy it's just that error. That's a good sign. So node app. Oh, yes. Okay. So if you see listing on port 3000, that's a very good sign. It means that you, let's see, how bad was the audio? You're not the one I'm looking for. Okay, good, I was recording. Scared myself. How bad was the audio? Could you not hear any of it? I hope you could. Well, regardless, I'm keeping this cut because things worked. So, oh no. Did I exit the recording? No. Bandicam, come back. Yes, you can record. Okay, I don't think I lost you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, so back to it. There's going to be a serious amount of sarcasm in this video. Okay, so you should see the message listening on port 3000. Now what you're going to do is go to Postman. If you haven't already downloaded it, go download it. And I'm going to open it. So Postman. And I'm going to wait for it to open as it takes its sweet, sweet time. Doodly-doo. Alright. So we're going to pretend that we don't have this open. What you do is you click this little next thing. And this is just a sample I have up. See this base HTTP ://localhost 3000 /API? That's your base you're going to keep for every single call. Well, that's not what I intended. And that's what you're going to use. And you'll just be changing the / after the API to do a bunch of different GET calls. And let's delete all of this. Yeah, close that. Don't save. Go here. Control C this. And then Control V. It worked. Okay. Now for the moment truth. Now, according to this, we should be live on port 3000. We're calling port 3000 here. So this should theoretically work. And it does. So you'll see it returns a JSON, a collection of JSON objects that was in your test CSV file that include 1927 and 1928 with the actor. And let's go double check that that's right. And it is. So that's really cool. If you want to test the actual file of